think after the hype stage, there's going to have to be a realism stage and say, people are going to say, shit, well, owning electric car manufacturers doesn't really get the job done. Those things need copper, they need nickel, they need lithium, they need the energy to be generated in a way, a bunch of coal power plants, fueling Teslas doesn't make much difference, right? So
and the world's still running 55% on coal, so where's that coming from? So that's exactly my point. Just like the Britannia mine example, we don't have to wait 45 years to figure out what we need to do now. We know we've got technology that we can impart into the production of energy. We just need people to be aware. We need parents to tell their kids it's just not a Tesla. Let's look at this thing and let's look at where the energy comes from. But people have to have the intellectual fortitude, so to speak, to investigate further and not just accept what got pushed out on the internet or on TV. Or in a podcast, we need to actually dig deeper into these things. We need to challenge people. We need to have people that go through and say, okay, but there is going to be impacts and benefits. Everything has a cost. And so, but we're always trying to get better. And we have as citizens. We live longer, the air is cleaner, the water's cleaner, et cetera. So we have to call bullshit on some of the stuff that's being pumped out there from our governments and thought leaders, or what people would term thought leaders. So that's the focus, and that's really what our business is we go to people and we say, again, we're not saying that we're the expert in everything, but we know we need to tunnel in on a lot of stuff to dispel the common thoughts. And by the way, energy production in Canada is one of the lowest GHGs. People would say, how do you say that? Well, you got to look at the total cycle. We don't transport our energy that we make here in Alberta across the ocean and back again, say from Saudi or Russia or anywhere else. We send it by pipeline typically, or train, to our nearest neighbor who's our biggest consumer of our product. And so we don't have, as I mentioned, the issue with pollution on the ships going out and coming back. So when you look at the total life cycle, if people would take the time and want to follow you through that, and they actually put down their guard, and if you want to just take the time and sit down, we can go through this. And if you have some ideas on or thoughts of what you didn't like, talk to me, and we'll go through them, and we'll see if we can run those things to ground. And we do that. As Canadians, we've done that for a long time. We export this knowledge around the world quietly, but we don't celebrate it good enough, and we don't have representation to promote it good enough at our political level or in our business level.